Howdy y'all, welcome to Sam's Whiskey Bar. I am Mr. Sam and I have had a whirlwind of just a fun blast, good time in the whiskey world over the last couple months. Bourbon and beyond, Bardstown, Louisville, that's a whole other story. But this last weekend we got to go to St. Louis. Thursday night we went to ABV Barrel Shop near St. Louis, and lo and behold, when we walked in, Richard Paul, Art of the Spirits, and his team, who we greatly respect, was doing a showing of his bottles, explaining them. Awesome guy. He does commissioned single barrels for a lot of the military divisions, police, firefighters. I picked up this 9/11 memorial bottle in honor of the store owner's father, who is a Leo, law enforcement officer. So, awesome guy. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because I'd rather him tell you about it in the video I recorded with him.
Thanks to Richard. He's going to take you through the whiskey tonight. So let's hear it for Richard. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Richard. Thanks you all for listening to me.
My mom will be up here every Saturday night. She's got an ongoing series.
I'm going to do stand-up.
Well, I'll start from the beginning because I know we have a bunch of releases that you guys probably have never seen. Even though you've seen the bottles, they're different barrel picks. But we're Art of the Spirits are out of Colorado Springs. We specialize in cast strength barrel picks. We've been commissioned by El Paso County Sheriffs, probably 6 or 7 different fire departments, Navy SEALs, 10 Special Forces, Air Force, Space Force, Freedom 13, Army Rangers, Army Artillery. There's so many more commissions that we're working on right now for the military that some of them just don't get released to the public. They're very special, but we do showcase an artist. Most of them are oil paintings. Some of them I will design and come up with. Cool thing, we'll start with the police one. So that's your first bottle. Yeah, it's a 19-year-old bourbon finished in a Tokai wine cask. It's coming in at 117.2 proof. Just a one-off barrel. We're never going to really reproduce anything like this again. Yeah, it was just one of those barrels that I just absolutely loved. Tokai, most of the time we're using it for cigar blend because we really love it in our cigar blend series, but this was one of the barrels that just was really one of a honey hole Tokai picks. This one's just, being a vintage barrel, it's just on a whole nother level, but yeah, so we bottled this Tokai right when we seen it, and it was just amazing. So I knew it had to go to something special, and I'm glad it's commemorating Steve's dad. It's a very special one, but I guess one cool story I'll tell you about when I got commissioned for the police. So it's El Paso County Sheriffs down in Colorado Springs commissioned me. We had, I don't know, like 25, 30 officers from SWAT to CSPD and sheriffs. And we gave them a 21-year-old single barrel bourbon. So all these guys are tasting through the 3 barrels blindly. They didn't know anything about it. They all tasted. And when we released it, it sold out in 5 minutes. So I text these guys and I go, "What the fuck are you doing? Drinking and driving? What the fuck?" And so I was like, the store called me. He's like, "Dude, it's gone." I'm like, "We just dropped it off and you just released it." He's like, "Yeah, it's gone." So it's one of the most popular picks that we release is our police label now, the police and firefighter. Never really knew how big that was because we don't do these unless we're commissioned. So that was really a real special one. But we did the 9/11 series. The Tokai is just so amazing too. I mean, God,
That finish is crazy.
Yeah, just an amazing pick. There's a lot of picks out there that I have of the SEALs and Green Berets. So always look at age statements, side labels, because it's never the same one. Like even if you see Frogman, it's not the same pick as something else I did. So always look at kind of age and side labels and see what pick, see who it commemorates, because they're all different. we do what we do for these guys, you know, and we don't price our bottles for the public. We price them for active duty, veterans, and first responders. These guys wouldn't be able to afford it, so we don't do it like that. So we price them accordingly. And there's another one that I talked about last class that I'm surprised as hell this guy has it. It's a Fuck Suicide edition, and we did a 22-year single barrel bourbon his name's Travis Kane. He was in 10th group for 22 years, and he committed suicide last year. We did a commemorative, and it just went to 10th group. No one else seen it, never went public or anything. And he was on the side label, and it was a Fuck Suicide edition. There was a couple that I spread out to certain people because I know what they give to other veterans, and this guy was one of the rare ones that got one, which is hella surprise. But open it, it's it's meant to be enjoyed, man. And that was a very special pick. She dumped it with another Gold Star wife too. Her husband was shot in Afghanistan by a sniper, and that was kind of the reason why they felt he committed suicide, because he said that he should have been on that mission to save him, but there was really nothing he could have done, you know. But he kind of felt blame on it, and you know. So we do a lot of things for 10th group and those guys, and that's why we get allocated these barrels. That's why I give them to them, because they deserve them more than fucking anybody else, you know.
I got a smoky tobacco on this.
Smoky tobacco, yep. And we use Char 4, so we use the alligator on the double oaks. I love Char 4. It's our money char, and I love when it hits double oaks. But you got to be careful with when the whiskey's already aged and you're double oaking it, because you could go 2-3 months and it could be ready, and you could go 9 months, and you know, you just have, the barrel tells you when it's ready.
Yeah, you could go 48 hours. Wow.
Like I said, now we do so many things for all active duty and veterans, and these guys deserve all the fucking glory, you know. That's why we give them all these best barrels, because they deserve them.
All right, let's hear it for Richard Paul.
I got a Marine as a best friend. I got another Marine I was a college roommate with. I got an Apache pilot that has been a lifelong best friend. I got an Army Ranger that has been a lifelong best friend. So what you do, look, men don't cry, but every once in a while I leak awesomeness out of here. And
I do too.
I was starting to leak a little awesomeness on that Frogman and all of that. Those two guys, that story. So we did not serve the country as they did, but you are serving them, and you respect what they've done.
Yeah.
So I salute you for what you are doing for these guys, and badass whiskey too.
Yeah.
Badass whiskey.
Man. I mean, these guys deserve it. Fucking. I think too, in the beginning, we lined up every military commemorative out there, and all of them were trash. Shitty whiskey. Sometimes cool designs, but fucking absolute trash whiskey. And I made a promise to Green Berets, fucking, Navy SEALs, Delta Force. Told these guys, I ain't fucking putting trash in this. This is gonna be fucking great best whiskey, and that's what we do, dude.
And not only that, but it's $100 whiskey that should be $250 whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Based on the standards where you're at. Yeah. However, my favorites tonight, and I'm just going to be honest with you, his dad's that you pulled and gave to him with the police force.
Oh, the Tokai, the bourbon Tokai.
Tokai finish and the rum finish. It was book-ended 1 and 2 for me.
Damn, okay. Interesting.
And I would like to go through them all. I know it's a little hard to do, so thank you for the ability to do it.
Awesome,
thank you
brother.
for your service to this industry, to the whiskey world, to our veterans who deserve so much thanks that we just can't even give you. But people like this, for what he's doing, I'm going to include some of the things he's doing for our veterans who deserve our respect. And they deserve everything, and they're struggling mentally, and you guys when you see a veteran, thank them. Thank them for their service. That's all you do. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. And that's all you got to say.
Even sometimes, if you could afford it, if you see them at a fucking dinner,
buy
their dinner meal. If you can do it.
Hell yeah.
God will bless you tenfold, and that's
Yes.
what He's done for me, you know. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. And you know, I do these things because these guys commissioned us, and they deserve so much fucking more. There's families that I meet that are fucking homeless. You know, they're families of 5, 7 like me, and you know, times they're homeless for 12 months. And I call them and they fucking cry. They're like, I don't believe you're gonna do this. You know, I've never heard of anybody fucking doing this. And I was like, this is what we do, you know. Well, now you heard, this is what we do. And this is, take them to Costco, fill up a cart of groceries. That's what it's about, you know.
Art of the Spirits out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Check them out. If you can find it, it is worth the purchase. Trust me. It's got the Mr. Sam stamp of approval. Catch us next time.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Terrorist, your